Good morning, guys. I thought of starting today's solution video on activity 5 with you looking at my face. Not for long, but I just thought you might want to see your favorite IT teacher in the entire world, just in case you forgot how I look like, but that's over now. All right, let's start with activity 5. We were asked to open our form from activity 4 and just add 3 buttons to it. The main idea for this activity was to access data from multiple tables inside the database. So I have already written code for these 2 buttons. So I will add code as we go through this question for the first button so that you can see how I do this, and then we will just quickly discuss, and I'm going to highlight 1 or 2 things in the code for these other 2 buttons. And then if I remember correctly, I haven't done the display in the rich edit yet, so we can do that if I remember. Right, so I'm going to bring up the Delphi form. I'm going to zoom in. It looks like this. So we have the 2 buttons, and then we have 3 new buttons for today. I'm going to click on this one, and you can see I've already created the structure for our code. Okay, let's start. The question asks us to select or display the following fields. Select order form number, and now it asks us to display the customer number. However, the customer number appears in both tables that we are that are linked. So we have to specify which table this customer number comes from. Otherwise, it gets confused. So I'm going to specify as order form, and I'm going to give my order form table an alias called O. So all that I'm going to do here is I'm going to say O.customer number. Then we need to have the customer title as well. And I'm going to add something to it on the next line so that it is nice and neat. So we're going to also display the customer name and the customer surname, as well as the customer cell. And now we have a from clause, and it is from 2 tables. Order form, and we're going to give that an alias called O, as well as customer, and we're going to give that an alias of C. Right, then it gives we have to link these 2 tables. We do that in our where clause, where O, that's our alias for order form, customer number equals C dot customer number. Okay, so this is our first where clause that simply links the 2 tables. And now we have still another criteria. We must only display the customers whose orders were not processed yet. So is developed is not true. Right, and then we still have to sort it according to customer name. So that's simply order by customer name. All right, that completes our code. So the important part is the linking of the 2 tables by saying that the customer number of both tables, which is the primary and the foreign key in the other, are equal, and then we're adding our criteria for the actual query. And we added both tables with aliases, and I have to specify the field that I want to display that comes out of both tables. out of which table I want to select. It doesn't really matter which table, but in my case, I'm going to choose the order form table. So if I run this, let's say the form is coming on my side, so I'm going to bring this over. If I now run this, you have to trust now that this is the right information. If you want to test whether your query worked, you can actually add, is developed to the select statement to see if it is really only those that are not developed. Right, so then let's look at the form again. Customer list. So let's look at the code for customer list. So select, again, order form number is, now we are, I'll jump to button number 3. So over here we have select distinct. Again, I'm specifying which table I want to display customer number out of, customer title, customer surname, etc., from the two tables. That's basically the same as in the previous question. Now again, I've got my query that links the two tables, and then I've got another query or criteria where it needs to be in November. So I've got simple between and operator here that allows me to get only the dates that are in November. And then we have to order it by customer number. Then the third button, again, very similar, selecting, making sure that the order form number is, because it's in both tables, specifies which table I'm referring to. And this time I've got two tables, and the one of them is the print. So I'm assigning it a new alias P, and then again the link, and then I've got the pitch quantity bigger than 20, and now this is where they specified Lerato or Niels as the person that processed the order. So I simply have processed by Lerato or processed by Niels. Very important that if you have your or statement, that you actually repeat the field name that you're applying the criteria to, and then we're ordering it according to picture quantity in descending order and processed by. Said that I would show you or to add the display, but that's literally a query.record count, and you simply display that in the rich edit. And yes, that concludes the solution video.